Well, hello. Okay, so today I thought I would do not just a video about having the business, right? No! I thought I'd also talk about the old coconut butter. So, what's the deal on coconut butter? Yes, no, maybe. I love this stuff. It's delicioso. But the problem is, with a lot of people who are glucose sensitive, that coconut butter, and for every, now listen to me, and listen to me well, for every 2 tablespoons you have 8 grams of carbs. Well, is the 8 grams of carbs okay? And I'm like, hell no. But it has 5 grams of fiber. So you would take the 5 grams of fiber and you would minus the total carbs of 8, making it only 3 carbs per 2 tablespoons, which some of that is actually true. So the whole net carb thought, theory, whatever you want to call it, does apply to whole vegetables. If you take some broccoli and you be munching on that stuff and you feel the fiber, the cellulose, yes, the body has to break down the fiber, and there's so much of it that the actual amount of carbohydrate is quite low. So the rate at which carbs hit your bloodstream, which that's the problem, it's how much carbohydrates from whatever you're eating and how fast it takes to get to your bloodstream. So the amount and the volume, the speed, boom, into your bloodstream is the problem. So a lot of you guys have glucose sensitivities, so even just a little bit of carbohydrate hitting the bloodstream, like if you were to boil your broccoli, for example, and just break down all the fiber, you might actually have a glucose response off of eating broccoli, which is so low in carbohydrates. Because of course, if you had boiled broccoli, it would be just so much, because if you cook it, it gets quite small. So back to the old net carbs, if you're dealing with net carbs when it comes to things like celery and kale and cruciferous vegetables, fibrous vegetables, the greens family, I absolutely count the net carbs. The net being the fiber minus the total carbs, and the number you get afterwards would be the amount of carbohydrates hitting the blood. Now it is kind of a subjective number because it's very hard to quantify things in numbers when everybody's genetics is quite different. But most people who are very sensitive to carbohydrates or diabetics do well on dark leafy greens, and that's why you hear those are fine. And that's why things like cucumbers and tomatoes, you have to be very careful because they have less fiber and more carbohydrate. It can hit your blood too quickly and create a glucose response. And once that blood sniffs out the glucose, it doesn't want to use the ketones, and then you're just in purgatory land forever, and that sucks. Because you never have that sweat energy, that energy all day long like I have. So that's why I wanted to talk about the net carbs, because things like coconut butter are very, very suspicious. They're kind of like, I don't know, you got to be very careful. So often with people, I don't even put, you might see coconut butter on my website. And you might see old videos of me having, like, not grass-fed butter, just do, like, I don't know, I had, like, grapefruit or some crap like that. I gotta actually go through the videos and take them down, because everything's an evolution. I learn more, you learn more. So before, I was prescribing eggs. Now I'm starting to go less down with the whole egg and doing, like 1 egg with a few yolks or something like that in people's keto plans, because sometimes people have a underlying secret sensitivity to the egg proteins, and that's why they can't get their glucose in order, because you could be sensitive to food and not even know it, which is why I love the glucometer, because your glucose spikes under inflammation, stress, histamines, whatever. So when it comes down to these things that are packaged, broken down, like coconut meat, which again, people ask me, can I eat coconut meat? And I'm like, be very careful, because even though it has a lot of fiber and it has not been broken down, the carbohydrate count might be a little too high if you're sensitive. So if you're first starting off on the ketogenic diet, just leave that shite out so you don't have to freaking worry about it. And once you're adapted by using your glucometer and how you feel, low appetite, high energy, and great sleep, then pray tell, you can add these things back in, because your brain is no longer addicted to the carbohydrate. It is now addicted to the fat. So you can access the restaurant of your belly, because even the leanest person has 40,000 kilocalories to burn and use as ATP at any one time. So that's that, you guys. If you want to learn more, go to StephaniePerson.com, Stephanie Business Person on my Facebook fan page, or Stephanie Ketogenic. I am creating new keto plans for my website, downloadable plans to start people off. And people are like, I've been doing keto for a while. Like, what's the advance? I was like, there's no advance. If you're not in ketosis, you ain't advanced. So y'all start from zero if you're not in ketosis. The only thing that you may not go through is the keto flu. So that said, if you want to learn more, go to StephaniePerson.com, Stephanie Business Person, my Facebook fan page, and I keep saying Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram me to see some of my photography. Okay, peace out, guys. Till next time.